Hello and welcome back to Mobile Legends Professional League, brought to you by Astro, EGG Network, as well as Moontun. You're here with me, Mats, and as well as
Pseudo! Hi guys and welcome back. This is going to be the final match that we're going to be casting today. No, sorry, the final game series that we're going to be casting today. This is going to be the third match placing of the qualifier. So we've already had two teams that have made themselves available to move into the league. Congratulations to the two of them, but now the mans of the hour, the players of the hour, we're going to have two of them. We're going to have AoD, that's up. In fact, there's a little bit wrong that's there. Let us correct them. The correct one is coming out here. That's right. It's going to be
Yes.
Mysterious Assassins and AoD.
the Army of Disaster. It's on their logo. So, AoD fighting off Team Cyan previously. It was a totally one-sided game. Team Cyan dominated the best of three, where they took in 2-0, and as well as all that AoD has the games. Team Cyan as well made a record on that particular match by taking in a game that is, I think it was 8 minutes. In 8 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, it was in under 9 minutes. So
Yeah,
8
under
minutes
9
and
minutes,
34
yeah.
seconds was the game time that's there. Really impressive performance. But we're going to see, can AoD bounce back? Can they shake it off? Can they, recuperate themselves and come up with a new strategy to go up against Mysterious Assassins? Now, Mysterious Assassins, as much as they were primed to win the very first series, it was an upset for many people that's there.
Yeah, it looks like it was a good match against Mystic Burden when MYA was playing, but that the underdog team was actually empowering the team that has been labeled the number 2 after Team Cyan. They lost against MYA in the first round, but they come back with a reverse sweep, and Mystic Burden manages to get 2-1 over Mysterious Assassin. A shocker to myself as well, because I'm one of the fans of MYA themselves. So maybe, just maybe, after the shocker of the first series, would make MYA to become more immoral to actually try and win this.
Yeah, I think it definitely lit like a fire inside there, because perhaps maybe it was a fluke. Perhaps maybe the strategy was something they did not think about. Perhaps it was a mechanical glitch on the player's portion that's there. But they have another chance here to redeem themselves and to get themselves into the league. So only one team out of these two will manage to go through. It is going to be a best of 3 series that's coming throughout. And Admans, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What do you think is going to be different in the drafts? Or do you think it's going to be the same?
I think the draft would be almost the same, following the meta. Staple picks like maybe, let's see, a Kagura coming in, a Saber, a Chow. But maybe there's a slight difference of picks, like maybe a Zilong, Grok. Grok and Zilong is still considered a staple. What I mean is like Karina, Carrie, Iredal.
Do you think a Freya pick might come through here?
I hope so. I want to see a Freya in this first day of MPL qualifier.
Alright, so I mean, what about like a completely different surprise pick? Something like Vexana coming out. At the same time here, we did also see, multiple Cyclops games that were done in the very first series of the day. Do you think such a selection will come around this time? And what might be the indicator for, or what might be a strategy do you think they might be doing to execute that?
I'm actually waiting for a Balmon to come into play. He can be a very good tank as well as a very good executioner blow with his ult. So Balmon it's a very good tank. I can't wait for you to see them. So we're still waiting for just one more member from Mysterious Assassins to actually come into game before we proceed straight away to Picks and Ban. And well, again, I think we could still see staple bands like Akai, Lancelot, Fanny, and Grok or Digger, staple picks, Grok, Chow, Zilong.
The thing that I'm looking forward to seeing the most is the impact Aurora plays. We have seen quite spectacular plays throughout the day already. So we're going to see if there's going to be a little bit more of that appearing this time around. And should that happen, which team will actually pick up Aurora? I think that's going to be quite a power pick to have. We were talking about Grok and talk about these few other things that will be contested as well.
Yeah.
Perhaps Aurora isn't one of the highly contested ones, but it's surely a power pick for either of the teams to play a versatile champion that can fit into most of the strategies that can be executed.
Yes. And right now, I think everybody is ready, and we're good to go in a few minutes' time. AoD, 5 members are here. MyA, 5 members are here. Still in the custom lobby. Ready to press the start button.
Well, we are counting down. Both sides are ready. They're going to go into match. This is going to be the third match of the day. The third place matching between AoD and MyA. And Matt, I have another question for you. Who do you think is going to take it away just for this first game?
Well, judging from the performance of AoD in comparison with MYA, I think I'm gonna slant down a little bit, a little bit towards Mysterious Assassins than an AoD. I'm not saying AoD is not good; they're good, but
that's okay.
I'm entitled to my own opinion. I know.
Exactly, you can choose. We're going to ask you the same question once you're done with drafts as well. So be prepared for that.
Oh dang. I'm so nervous right now. Well, one left out. Okay, he came back again. So we need to start the game. Everybody's ready?
Yes.
Not just yet.
All right. So here we have all 10 players lined up and ready.
Are we ready to go? Okay, waiting for the cue from the host of the custom lobby.
All right, here we go. We're going to move into game right now.
Yes.
This is going to be the ban and pick phase that has come through.
Blue side, AoD, red side, Mysterious Assassin, the first ban. Who will it be?
Akai. First.
Kagura. Oh dang, Akai won.
Huzzah! We should keep a tracking list of how well we're getting this. Okay, first ban from MYA side. I am going to put it with Digger. Oh shit, that is true. That was a really fast ban coming out. I'm going to say this time around, since it's going to be a ban from AoD, I'm going to push it out. Okay, Saber going to be removed here, and the last one's going to be Lancelot.
Definitely. Unless Mysterious Assassin wants to give a free Lancelot to AoD. So Kagura has gone into value, Grok has gone up into value, and speaking of Kagura, AoD opt to go for that Kagura.
Well, it's definitely the strongest pick, especially for the first time around here. So Kagura already been locked in. On the other side, then we should see Grok being picked out as well, not wanting to give that away.
Alpha.
This is a hover. Interesting. I did not expect Alpha to get picked this time around.
He's been locked in?
No.
Yeah.
All right. So Aurora Grok. There we go.
Aurora Grok. I was expecting a Grok Chow.
Your team is
Yeah, I mean, Chow could have definitely been one of them, but Aurora being left up, it's definitely one of the favorites that should be done. We are seeing the hover over Franco.
Franco and Balmont. Please pick Balmont. I'm waiting to see
I
Balmont.
think both of these could be good picks. They provide really high sustained effect. So not. Oh, is Franco still going to get picked? That's interesting. So Hilda is locked in. No, in fact, it's going to be.
I was hoping for a Balmont to come in. Balmont is. I like to play Bangma as a tanker, that's the thing.
I don't think so in the first rotation that's here, so maybe as the last two picks, Dalmo could still come through.
Yeah, Karina.
Karina now being played. Is this echoing the previous game that was seen? In fact, Karina is locked in as well as Roger.
Team is picking.
So pretty well-rounded composition so far coming from MYA. How will AoD finish up their draft?
I think
Still looking for
a mage, marksman and another fighter, maybe.
perhaps another fighter or another an assassin could,
assassin could
potentially be as one of their picks as well. It's going to be Sion now, not locked in yet, but the Hammer does provide lots of pushing power away from the team as well as on team engaged. Cyclops as well. I do like this
in.
bet.
Cyclops
is locked in as well. In fact, it's going to be Irithel that gets picked up as well. So,
two mage, one engager, one tanker, and a marksman.
Just looking at the amount of CC that's being provided here, I like that a lot. Will the come in there? Harley seems like a better fit. In fact, it is going to be Harley that's there. Now that the drafts have come through, I'm going to ask you once again.
Yes.
Has your prediction changed, Admats? Or is it still the fact that you're going to go with Mysterious Assassins?
I think I will still go for Mr. Assassin on this. They have. It depends on how they play. The Aurora, Grok, as well as Harley. That trio is actually very nasty to fight against. But then again, they have a Cyclops and a Chao, so they could cover back again. But again,
I agree. I think it's going to go to Mysterious Assassins here with two notes that there's a chance for AoD to definitely take this away if they are able to capitalize on Cyclops reaching level 4 quickly, as well as if Irithel does not get shut down. So if she is able to farm up, if she's able to get a gold item and experience lead, then that's going to be the case. We are going to go into game right now. Blue side, AoD. And on the red side, it is going to be MYA. This is the third and final match. Tournament life is on the line here. They managed to beat out 508 other teams.
And if they lose this, they'll be like, oh man,
and then they start back all the way down from the ladder again to reach the mountain.
Yeah, but it's fine. If they think they're good, they can just come back, no problem.
I mean, they have done it once before, they can do it again, but why go to another weekend? They want to show, that they can do it now all the way. Let's go and let's see what's going on. So this time around, Turtle's going to be on the bottom side of the map. So we are seeing that the compilation, Cyclops and Hilda already making their presence known at the bottom. Aurora and Rock as well.
It looks like both teams opt to go for the 2-1-2 composition. For Team MYA, Roger and Karina is going to be out top, Harley is going to be at mid, Aurora and Grok going to be at bottom. For AoD, Cyclops and Hilda at bot side, Kagura mid lane mage against Harley, and top is Chow together with Iridal.
I think this is just an early reaction, because what you're seeing here is that even at the bottom, they're just trading back and forth. It's not 2 minutes yet, and they are deprioritizing Turtle being here. So both teams here showing more so of lane control focus rather than objective focus.
Alright, so the Mike gang attempt by solos.
The freeze does come across, unfortunately not that much damage. The wall is good!
Oh, it's good, and the Cyclops!
That's it! Nice blood coming up from Aurora, really good job. However, the return is coming through here. There are 4 members now at the bottom. Will they try to go in for another dive all the way to the bottom? Hilda is on alone. Kagura coming in from the side, noting that the aggression has dropped out. 2 minutes on the clock now already. Hilda now having a little bit of difficulty. You see Harley had him.
Faced
the
up.
freeze does come through.
And
that
done.
it. Harley with with such a good level 4 spike in power here, being able to bring them down, and this should signal a very easy turtle being taken.
At first I thought the Cyclops would escape because the Glock cancelled the auto attack, but that blast from Aurora perfectly aimed, nicely done on the Cyclops. And secondly, Hilda overextended way to the front, and at that time Aurora manages to get the stacks up to 4, and the freeze onwards by the second skill was nicely timed. Hilda going in for the Harley, got a little bit scared, ran away, stayed away.
I mean, there's something we want to do. The head does come through. Unfortunately, the freeze
nice
does
freeze.
happen. Karina's
And
gonna-
Aurora.
Follow-up damage is good. Karina's going to be able to run away, and that's going to work really well into the favor of Grop. On the other hand here, just revealing himself a little bit here. Mysterious Assassins off to a really good start. 3,000 goal lead, 2,000 goal lead at 3 minutes. Really good start for them. It looks like they will be able to capitalize more onto this. Unfortunately, not too much structure damage just yet, which means it is very possible for AoD to bounce back.
Yes. So 3-0 on the scoreboard as well, and I'm not sure how it is going to fight this, but I think they should just try to form up and play more towards a defensive tactic. But judging from the ganks that has been done by
And here it goes again. The ultimate does get
Oh,
shot, unfortunately the wall a second too late. That would have spelled disaster up top. We are going to see, looks like that's going to come through.
Or Roger overextending beyond the tower, trying to fight off the 4 members of AoD. Roger will be taken down here easily into the hands of Kagura. They wanted to go for that Karina Chow nearby, but Karina manages to escape.
In fact, it does escape. Looks like Aurora's trying to come in right from the edge here. Will take it out. Just the sun does go through. Cyclops is completely dead. Really good side. Harley's coming here as well to remove the turret, being responding to the top turret being taken as well. Karina's also going to be showing herself at bottom, just making sure that the flank is good. Being able to remove the bottom turret means that Turtle Shield's going to be a little bit more favored towards MYA at this point. But it looks like there's going to be another fight being set up here. Karina waiting on the side here. There's going to be a freeze coming through. Yes, the freeze is good on the other side. Kagura as well, a lot of attack here. We are being seen at the side. She's going to be chased away. The wall does come out good. Perfect timing coming from the other side here. Aurora needs to run away. Hilda also in enemy territory.
Hilda has been slowed down by Karina, nicely done. But again, the damage got up by Harley. And Karina has been taken down into the hands of have taken down Hilda as well as Iradal. Now going for the triple kill. Maybe jumping in. Triple kill after the Cyclops being buried in the middle of the
That
map.
was technically a wipeout, just not all at once that's there. So really good stuff. 1 to 9, 6,000 gold lead. Roger up top, they managed to secure the tower and already pushing down into the next one. At the same time, Harley at the bottom doing work as well, pushing down the wave. Really good control across everywhere. We are seeing Hilda coming in, but it's not going to happen. Turtle as well does get taken away. MYA is such a commanding position. 6 minutes in, 6,000 gold lead. Can they continue this momentum?
91.
Because it is crushing.
It's crushing. It's like Cyan AoD all over again.
Well, it also speaks volume to the prowessness of MYA to be able to apply this much pressure here. AoD needs to slow down this pressure. They need to be able to survive about this. Tread water, throw out buckets from the sinking ship, because if they aren't able to stabilize this, they are going to get completely drowned.
And mid lane now will be again prioritized by team MYA to actually defend it. Harley is still doing his job, trying to maybe doing a split push on the bot side of the map, putting out the cards and retribution as well.
Hilda under attack. Gets a few love taps, does manage to get away.
I
but
think
what's really
they will go
here,
for this. I can see an ambush on top lane. And here goes. Oh, the wall.
The wall was decent, unfortunately not quite enough. At the same time here, Harley's being chased away. Hilda
going up a nice bang there by the Grog, and the kill has been done by Roger towards the Hilda. Harley now in trouble. Kagura as well as Sango tried to chase, but Iradel was in trouble instead. Monster kill on that Karina top lane.
and it should be another free tower as well
tower
for them. Harley managing to escape, but at the same time here we saw Hilda being taken down first. Unfortunately, not to their favor whatsoever. You're going to see the next buff being taken. Kagura trying to do her very best to zone away, but that's not happening because at the same time, Harley is happily tapping along that tower. They are so disorganized. There's so much of points of attack that's coming across. Perhaps maybe with the map not being so spread out, they might be able to, regain and shake it off.
And it's smart to see that Harley roams around nicely after a bit of
Abusing his mobility.
a bit of oppression at bot side when Kagura and
Guess what's happening?
Cyclops
Roger
coming.
has already started to work on the Lord, while the rest of the team members here are just waiting in the fray. He does disengage ultimately from Lord. Look at that death brush, if ever had seen one, that would be it.
Under the block.
Here we
Block
go,
has made
allowing-
something. And the wall?
The wall, no, a
it's
little bit
not
too late
one.
as well here. So Roger pushing out the wave. They need to send somebody down to the bottom side to add on additional pressure. Perhaps Harley or Karina should be heading to the bottom here. A little bit of a missed opportunity to make sure that all three lanes does have their pressure continuously being poured in. So we need to be waiting out and see if that's going to be the case moving forth with both of them as well. So a little bit of a slower pace, breathing period right now because the Lord is up and they want to make sure that it's done. Harley now finally moving towards the bottom after he's going to be clearing up the hermit crab. But at the same time here, we are looking at the ambush here. Hilda waiting at the side here. Does find Crop, not the target you're looking for. There's a amount of damage. Simply insufficient compared to the items that's there. The longer that they are able to stay away the team, the more push Harley is able to do, and the better it's going to be.
The pings has come out together nearby
They
the
do
Lord.
see it.
He's going for Kagura, going for the kill. Hilda just got a kill onto the Roger. God now is in a pinch, fighting off three members of Team AoD. Still not yet dying. Cyclops ults towards the rock, and it looks like maybe Grok has died. Yep, Grok has died towards the hands of Kagura. But here comes the assassin as well as the mage to do the cleanup double kill by the Karina. Maybe the
freeze coming
triple,
through.
the
The
freeze, triple, and a maniac.
Absolutely
No
brilliant.
maniac, but it's a triple though.
Guess what's happening at the bottom? We had a one-on-one and now a tower kill as well. This is such dominance coming by MYA. Facebook did such a good job. I mean, like massive kudos towards him here. It looks like they will be able to push down this turret as well. With the siege media, it's going to be a little bit difficult, but we do have another wave that's coming up here. So at least half the turret will be taken, and with that, they should be able to start up onto the Lord very soon. The fight did work in their favor, however, Hilda charging all the way in, way too far away from the team to make any sort of difference. Look at the level difference as well here, 14 to 8.
Yep, that's the 6 level difference in between Hilda as well as the Harley. Roger trying to make an attempt on the Lord. I think he can still do it. Rock.
He will be able to do it at this point. He does have enough gold, he does have enough items as well. The rest of them are just waiting here. The freeze does come out, and that's going to be one instant
kill.
here. Kagura may come in and do a little bit of poke, but that's not going to happen. Harley's waiting at the fray here. He should move back into lane and clear off the wave. There's no reason for him to be having the card set. In fact, he is going to do that. He should rotate all the way down to bottom. Cyclops is going to get taken out as well. No, he will be able to flicker away. The wall is good. Irrital is just going to be there. It looks like he might be dead.
No,
The shutdown does come across.
On towards the Karina, but right now
Harley's coming from the side
fight
as
is
well.
not yet nice freeze on towards the Hilda.
Will be able to do it. Will be able to escape. Harley is on the chain
Oh, the
of the wall.
wall.
Not going to be able to do. Cyclops is back out, but at the same time here, Roger pushing down and mid, creating the pressure. Lord is at bottom, pushing down the wave. Roger's going to hit all the way down there. Irrital's coming in with Harley at the side. He'll still be able to create the distraction a little bit low. The flicker does come through. But the kickback does happen. Cyclops is coming in from the side. Will they be able to land it through? No, unfortunately not. The zone power is too good. At the same time here, Roger pushing out the bottom. He will be able to get the tower away. 3 more hits to go. 1 more. Perfect. He will be able to transform, move away here. With Lord, there's going to be the sacrificial side here. They did all they need to do. Super minions are going to be spawning out now. They have the full map. And look at the level difference. A quick check at the items as well. We see here Harley already at level 15 with Chow and Hilda still being at level 9. That 6th level lead is staggering at this point. It is soul crushing for them.
18 to 6 on the scoreboard, 14,000 gold difference, 7 to 1 towers, all in favor of Mysterious
Look at it
Assassin.
engage instantly onto Cyclops here. That one skill went across, already taking over 60% of his life here. He needs to be so cautious about this. The other thing is Shadow has been playing such a phenomenal job onto Aurora here.
The out freezes was
really
on
good.
point.
Yeah, I mean the spell cycle, making sure it's always up, has really been good. Here the wall does come out. Unfortunately, this is most of the zoning tool. Harley waiting in the fray at the side here. Make sure he gets his buff as well. We'll be pushing out to the bottom lane here. This is going to be sickening as he comes across. Instantly push in and out the top lane here.
Oh, the top lane
Karina does come through. Kagura will come through. Unfortunately, no wall there for the knockup. Grok needs to be careful. If immortality does get used, we'll be able to come again. not enough to break it down completely. Oh my
my
god.
God,
This is the
the-
chase completely in here.
Karina's gonna go.
At the bottom side, I'm sorry, the mid side here, Harley is taking this as well.
Kagura now running low.
This is running low, it's not going to be enough.
Nice
Only
kill
one
there by the
remaining,
Aurora.
Cyclops.
Cyclops is left alone to defend his base. This is
And
again
that's it.
Cyclops. This is the game, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like Mysterious Assassin just won the first round of best of 3 in this match to determine who will go to the League of MPL.
So here we have the very first game going to Mysterious Assassins. Really good job done by them. Quite impressive if I had to add. Let's have a quick look at the score screen here. A 13-minute and 4-second game. The KDA is really abysmal coming from the side of AoD here.
12-2 alone on the Karina.
12 kills is a lot of kills there. Harley also is to be commended heavily for this. 5-0 and 6. Lots of kills participation coming from the side of MYA here. And I think they really need to look into their draft here. The Hilda was overly aggressive coming from AoD side. So something that they can definitely be working on as they move into the next game. So Max,
Yes.
you saw AoD, lose out to Team Saiyan in quite convincing fashion. Now we saw AoD lose out to MYA. What do you think they can make a comeback here? Because this is the game. This is the main decider whether they get pushed through. It looked really dominant in this very first game. With very little weak points coming in from MYA.
I think the only thing that AoD needs to do to actually be clinch a win from MYA is to improve their what they call synergy with each other. If you compare to what MYA has, they have better synergy, smoother gameplay amongst each other, and the trust factor may be a bit much higher than AoD. So if AoD do not want to change this particular synergy that I mentioned, I think the second game will hands down be on MYA's side.
Alright, we will find out how MYA and AoD will do when we come back. We're going to take a short break as the players go for their technical briefing. When we return, we're going to be moving into Game 2 of the third place match. This is Misudo.
And I'm Mats.
And we'll see you soon.
我很高兴，我可以为自己的国家创造历史。然而，机会是自己争取的。想要打造自己的梦想，就来展示你的本事。你的传说由你自己来写。所以你还在等什么？就爆烂的 sister， 应该雷震度 other S。在世界最高舞台得到的荣誉，是我和队友们经过一番努力制造出来的果实。我很高兴，我可以为自己的国家创造历史。然而，机会是自己争取的。想要打造自己的梦想，就来展示你的本事。你的传说由你自己来写。所以你还在等什么？就爆烂的 sister， 应该雷震度 other S。 在世界最高舞台得到的荣誉，是我和队友们经过一番努力制造出来的果实。我很高兴，我可以为自己的国家创造历史。然而，机会是自己争取的。想要打造自己的梦想，就来展示你的本事。你的传说由你自己来写。所以你还在等什么？Cepatlah register, ingat legend tu ada S。我很高兴，我可以为自己的国家创造历史。然而，机会是自己争取的。想要打造自己的梦想，就来展示你的本事。你的传说由你自己来写。所以你还在等什么？Cepatlah register, ingat legend tu ada S。在世界最高舞台得到的荣誉，我很高兴，我可以为自己的国家创造历史。然而，机会是自己争取的。想要打造自己的梦想，就来展示你的本事。你的传说由你自己来写。所以你还在等什么？Cepatlah register, ingat legend tu ada S。在世界最高舞台得到的荣誉，是我和队友们经过一番努力制造出来的果实。我很高兴，我可以为自己的国家创造历史。然而，机会是自己争取的。想要打造自己的梦想，就来展示你的本事。你的传说由你自己来写。所以你还在等什么？Cepatlah register, ingat legend tu ada S。
Hello and welcome back to Mobile Legends Bang Bang Professional Tournament League, brought to you by Astro, EGG Network, as well as Moontun. You still here with me at Mats?
And this is me, Sudo. We are going to go into game shortly. The players are lined up in the lobby already.
Yeah.
And
This is game number 2.
This is going to be game number 2 of the final series of the day. So far, we have MYA already taking a quick lead in the series, 1 up, and we're going to be getting the Next game, just slowly along the way here, we saw such a dominating fashion coming through towards here. What do you think AoD can do or must do in order to stabilize the series?
I think they should toughen up. They should turtle up. Not as you said, mentioned in the game one. They should maybe lower down their pace of the game, focusing on what's happening in the lanes, rather than roaming around trying to catch kills in the jungles.
Yeah, so what if they take the alternate approach to that? What if they speed up the pace of the game and throw MYA off balance by just going really aggressive, like completely balls to the wall, like out there with just really aggressive picks? It's so, high CC, high damage, instead of having tanks just go out there and assassins, mages. What about that sort of strategy?
I think that would in favor of MYA. If you look back in the match between Mystic Burden, they won the match where Mystic Burden went slow.
All right.
But the next thing they lost to Mystic Burden when Mystic Burden was in a very slower pace. They won against Mystic Burden when they went too fast, which in favor MYA, because if you know MYA's pace of game, if you study and follow MYA's streams, they love to play these fast boom pum pum games, So if you are in tune to how they play, you are actually setting a trap on your own self waiting to explode.
Alright, so clearly increasing the pace of the game for them is not going to be it, because it's going to play into the favor of MYA. So slowing down the pace of the game seems to be their only option that's there. So what would be your advice to the other players out there? How would one slow down the pace of the game so that you can take advantage of it?
Okay. As a player,
Yep.
if I want to play a slow game where I know if I play too fast, it'll be a downright to the drain game, try to focus on taking objectives rather than kills. I'm not saying that you cannot take kills, no. Take when it's needed, not take when you want it.
Alright.
Yeah. So that's the main factor of how you can play a slow game, right? Because in every game you want to have the best kills, have the best KDA, but it's not all about that.
So play more macro than playing micro.
Yes.
Alright. So for those of you who are a little bit unaware about what exactly macro versus micro means here, macro is the overall gameplay, the flow of the creep waves, the objectives that are currently going on to the match that's going on there, and the micro is more so the every single second that comes through towards the actual fight that's being done. So yeah.
Now I think everybody is ready. We might go into the game soon. Waiting for a confirmation from our referee. Yep, both teams are on the green light, and we now straight away proceed towards the pick and bans on our second game of the third match of the day, best of 3. If MYA wins this, we could say AoD. We could wave AoD goodbye for today. This week,
just for this
week.
qualifier.
Yeah, just for this qualifier. They could come again for the next Malaysian qualifier in it was like 3 to 4 weeks time.
In 2 weeks' time.
No, in 2 weeks time. Yeah.
Exactly, so in 2 weeks' time. The bans are coming out quite fast down the lane here. Nothing to be shocked, nothing to be surprised about. Digger and Lancelot already being moved away here. MYA this time on the blue side, AoD on the red side. So the first pick will come out to MYA side here.
Finally,
Kagura as
Kagura
well
ban.
gonna get banned out here, which means if they don't respond with an Akai ban, Akai will get hit.
Yeah, and lastly, maybe an Akai, a Grok. Let's see.
I want to see an Akai come out, really.
Yeah. We see an Akai come out.
That is true, unfortunately, not quite in this game. So this just means that MYA is left open to choose multiple things. You can pick Saber, for instance, as the first pick. If you want to remove it away, Chow is also a good first pick if they want to prioritize Aurora as well. But of course, Grok, as you mentioned, nonetheless could be it. So it is going to be Saber that does get selected here. Really strong opener coming up from MYA. AoD has to respond, I'm going to guess, with Aurora and Grok.
Aurora and Grok or Chow and Grok or Chow and Aurora. It's either the three combo. But there's still anything. It looks like it's Grok and Chow. I was about to say maybe another like Chow and Hilda, but no, it's actually Chow and Grok for Team AoD.
So AoD coming up here with, once again, really standard. Hayabusa being hovered over here. It looks like MA wants to really accelerate the pace of the game. Hilda as well, already locked in. That was an instant lock of Hilda coming through.
As well as Hayabusa.
And Hayabusa did it hover for a while. In the end, does get locked in here. Lots of damage, lots of mobility.
Yes, that's true. Hilda with the charge, Saber with the dash, Hayabusa with the shadows. And Aurora right now is being hovered up by AoD.
So it looks like Aurora will come through as they pick. We also have another pick coming in.
Oh, yes.
Harley this time around gets taken away. Was a major source of pain for them in the last game. Perhaps wanting to turn the tables on them. How will MYA round out their composition at this point? We still need a mage on this side here. They still could go for Raphael as a support if they wanted to round it off, or will they want to go for more damage? We talk about them being really aggressive and wanting to increase the pace of the game. This looks perfectly in line with it. Roger is already locked in with the final one. In fact, it is going to be Raphaela that comes out here.
So now it looks like AoD might want to go for a marksman. If not, maybe one more fighter. It depends on them. Oh, they're going for the assassin.
Yes, so Karina comes in here. What a flip from game number one. A lot of the champions here being swapped around into the next side of things. So with that said, we are going to be moving into this game. Admins, me and my questions. What do you think? What's your prediction?
Okay, if AoD plays the slow game, because they definitely they need to play this slow game. They have a Grok, they have a Chow, they have a Aurora. They need to wait for the right moment to go in. If they actually slow their pace down, they might actually have this chance. But again, if they did what they did in the previous team matches, not only against Mr. Assassin, as well as the time when they fight against Team Cyan, if they maintain the pace what they did before, most likely MYA will have this game in their bags.
Alright, here we go into potentially what might be the last game MYA is hoping. And on the other side there, perhaps the second last game for AoD side here. On the red side, it is also going to be a top total spot from our perspective. So we're going to be looking at that as potentially a tri-lane top.
Grok and Hilda look into each other's eyes for a while on the left side of the grass. And here we go. Still not much aggression just yet.
Grok coming in, does for the Hayabusa. The heal does come across. And the steal is coming in. The steal does manage to come on here. Grok will come through. A little bit of damage does come across, but unfortunately not enough follow-up, not enough damage. It's still only a level 1. So good, successful invade. You already have Roger that is at level 2 here. So giving him a little bit of a boost and advantage here. Karina just coming into lane will be able to get level 2 at the end of this wave as well. Perfect.
And here comes Roger with the slash, but not much damage as good up, but on top you can see that Grok as well as nice one that by Saber, but Chow just got a first block on towards the Saber. Not just yet. Hilda has been blocked easily by AoD. Too easy for Japanese to run away right now. And nice knock up by the Chow. The follow-up, not enough damage for the follow-up.
Hilda will be able to heal herself up all the way through. Unfortunately, not quite enough for the kill, but first blood did come across here. So good job there. Ooh, that was almost another catch on to the other side there. Freeze is available as they move around the bend here. Hayabusa completely soloed out the middle lane here. We did not manage to catch it. Up top, there's going to be more action. Chow's going to get caught up in the freeze. Will not save him. The last hit does come through. And just going to signal Turtle because Turtle just came up here on the R. They're still a little bit more bloodthirsty. Wanting to go in for Aurora. It looks like the Conquering himself here will be able to push out the wave just a little bit more. Harley as well did go down.
Yeah, I think they opt to go for the Lord.
Not quite a lot yet. Still
Sorry,
just
no, my bad. Turtle, no.
They still are dancing
they,
around
They're
it.
not even going for that.
They are dancing around it, waiting to see if there's anybody else they can catch up. At this point, so Roger is here, clearing off his jungle. And this should signal that on the other side, there is going to be more adventure that's going to go on.
And top lane is still doing fairly well. Two top lane, 3 men on top strategy made by both teams. Hilda is in the middle of the pack. Here comes Karina. Karina just got 1 kill onto Hilda. Maybe go for the second one. Nope, Rafaela manages to flicker to the back, running away from the clenches of MYA. Sorry, AoD.
I mean, really good stuff there by Rafaela being able to flicker away. Did isolate all 5 members are there. They are taking the turtle, but at what cost here? Roger's already pushing down the bottom turret. It looks like he will be able to take it. Hayabusa, unfortunately, did not mention take the middle turret. But so trading turret for turtle, we're talking about a permanent objective versus a movable objective. So not quite sure what's going on here.
What's going on here? Solos is not doing anything, just standing there.
Well, that's all right.
Yeah, that's all right.
So we're seeing that it looks like there's another setup and mid. The freeze does come through. Will be able to knock him back, unfortunately. Will it be enough?
Oh,
yes,
nice.
Aurora. Really
Done,
good stuff
Aurora.
here. AoD biting back. The fangs are showing goal difference only at 500 at this point. Kills 2 to 4.
And they might go for this mid push.
Rafaela should go to this.
I
Oh,
feel like
good
that
block.
would be nice.
Unfortunately, not enough. Harley does not have his ultimate up just yet. 5 members all
Blitz
clumping
in.
together.
Pushing up. Hayabusa to the back.
The stun is
Hayabusa.
good.
And Hayabusa
Chow will
is
go
taking
down.
down.
Rafael gets the third kill. Now what will Grok be able to knock them away?
Oh, it looks like Harley is going to be next.
Karina
to
does
the
come
field.
through, actually not quite enough.
And Roger looking in, trying to do something on the side like this. Saber is chasing, but Hilda slamming towards the face of the Karina. Hilda still still got
The
enough
wall
going for
blocks
clutch,
her
but
away.
the wall block as well as no follow-up from the surviving teammates, forcing Hilda to go back. But if you ask me, if Ziz and VH Gods followed up what Hilda has rammed into, I think we can get 2 kills under the tower.
Potentially, they could also be waiting for their cooldowns because it was an extended fight that was going on there. We are seeing up top here, Chow and Hilda as well, still duking it out. They're reaching the point of the game here where the turtle's going to be spawning up in another 5 seconds. The engage does come through, unfortunately, not going to be quite enough. Backup is available and Rafaela will make sure that everybody is perfectly alive. At the same time here, Roger's still pushing all the way at the bottom here. The wave will be crashing in. There is a response coming from the other side here. Drop will come up. There are 4 members that's there. 5 members that are waiting around. They seem to love grouping up in this game. It has been showing success in a while, but not really all that much. Hayabusa here.
Hayabusa.
Chipping away at that tower, bringing it down just a little bit further to ensure that they can do it. Roger as well, backing away from the tower here, already down to half health as we have Saber that's pushing up at top again. If nobody comes to respond, it's Hilda and he will be able to take out this tower. Chow is coming in from the side, but will it be enough to deter them away? Down to half health, Rafaela is here, the kick does come across and he needs to dash away from this. It's 3-1, Hilda is chasing him away as Alpha will be able Saber will be able to bring down
But the tower
the
has
tower at the edge. No, they're just completely going to let him be away because they see the procs coming in. Everybody else is, but that is so low and minion wave is just going to easily push him. In fact,
Meanwhile, at
Roger
bot
at the
lane.
bottom here still managing to do this, being able to divert the attention away from the team. Means that they're getting more map objectives here. This is what we talk about the macro game. It's not just about one location, but multiple locations. You don't die from one massive slash, you die from 1,000 cuts.
Yeah, that's true.
And here we are seeing the Grok as well being chased out at the end there. And at the same time here we have Karina in the mid lane here that's going to go down as well.
Go down.
Yes, Hayabusa.
In the hands of Saber. And the freeze onto Hayabusa, the freeze connected and as well as but no follow-up damage. by Aurora's
Up
teammates.
top here, we want to see Crop is going to go down as well, and this is going to signal that the top tower is going to go down here. Aurora needs to back off as well. Everybody is so low. Hayabusa did go in. Will be able to stop that.
Stop! They did. Oh,
That is
Roger,
still
one more kill.
quickly. No, unfortunately, he just managed to get away, but still, the tower is going to go down so very quickly. Siege Media is all the way up there.
That's true.
And this time here, we have Karina coming back in. Ooh, will be able to spawn out. Just hit a little bit of chip damage going on. We are still waiting at the side here. Now, Lord has made his entrance onto the battlefield. And this is signaling the end already.
I think MYA has the decision to end this, but they want to go for a
They're
kill.
coming.
Raw comes into the trap.
The wall
nice
is good,
wall.
but the stun is also good coming
as
from
well.
Rafaela.
Chow, so fly flicker in, tried to grab that Rafaela, but it was a little bit too late. And Chow now has been slammered down by Team Sire, no, not Sire, my bad. Team Mysterious Assassin. The next thing you know, Karina just got a kill, and that's a double kill by the Roger. Karina ended the Roger's streak. AoD tried to make the comeback, killing spree on
But
towards
guess what?
Karina.
As all of that is happening, bottom is completely being
Bottom,
destroyed as well.
yeah.
The split attention here is really phenomenal coming up from MYA here. They're clearly playing most of the macro game here. The wall does come up, but guess what? It doesn't really matter anymore. We also are seeing Hayabusa here in the middle pushing out that wave, which means that the longer Hilda stays up there and distracts them, they might be able to get the next turret. In fact, they're going to say we're going to back away from this because they have gotten enough from this time around.
8 minutes, 40 seconds into the game, 11 to 5.
The allied super minions have spawned now already. The wall has come across on the other side of it, and this huge Hilda is behind here. Does go into 4. They have the team here. Chow is coming from the side here.
Oh, Chow
engage.
engages.
Rafaela is going to
What? Misses. I thought it was a hit. I could see the line was there. But it's fine. The fight is still fine. Roger on the Raju double kill. Just got a Cho as well as Aurora. This is the this might be the wipeout by the maniac. Oh, might he go for the savage? Give him the savage. Give him the
It's a little
savage.
bit too far away. We are seeing up top here Hayabusa as well. They managed to bring down the turret. And I mean, look at this. The only 3 members that are left.
Yeah.
You have all 3 of them in the different lanes, being able to push it out. Really good stuff here. The focus on the top turret.
No.
Harley will come in time, but will he? No, he doesn't even want to take that
Oh,
fight.
oh. You know, I'm still puzzled by how did the fellas out did not hit. The line was there. Everyone was there.
Well, this is what happens when you are a senior player in the game. You are able to see it coming and then be able to dodge yourself away from it. We are seeing here that Lord's going to get stopped at this point because we want to make sure that it is not stolen away completely. Rafaela's ulti just come on here.
Oh, nice
Chow
to
will be good. The Aurora
Saber.
will come through. Chow will be blocking up on the other side here.
Oh, it looks like Hayabusa just got a kill on the clock. Double kill after the Karina. Harley too low, but it's okay.
Aurora will be able to
That's a
freeze.
rush.
Rafaela does
Okay.
flicker forward. The freeze does come out.
This is the game. This is the game. Roger, why did you dash into the minions instead? But it's okay. Hayabusa just got a kill.
Yeah, we
Get a
can look
killing
at.
spree.
We are looking at the team here come together. This looks like this might be the final
Yeah.
push. There's only Harley left. There's a clean 10 seconds left on the board. They will be able to get the second turret and they will be able to translate this into the next turret. They could be focusing on where they
Oh, the one for Harley stay away. Clapped by Saber and killed by Rafaela.
They should be focusing on the turret here. It's the clear, easy thing to do. In fact, it will go down. The base is completely in shambles. This looks like it is the complete end of it. Karina is back there. Does
Omega
come down as
kill.
Aurora is there. A
Monster.
little bit left to defend. Rock is now
the-
under attack. The sun does come out. Let's go
wipe.
attack. And that will be
The
it.
ace of the match.
MYA taking away victory from them. Super easy. And it is going to be a 2-0. Congratulations,
Yeah,
MYA.
congratulations, Mysterious Assassin qualifying for MPL. Finally, after the loss against
We have the
Mystic
3
Burden.
teams that have qualified there, but just before we do that, we are going to go quickly back to the score screen just to see what is it out here. So 11 minutes and 4 seconds, a fairly quick game. Harley doing lots of work for them, but unfortunately not quite enough. Having that Roger split pushing all this time and that Rafaela landing the ulti at the end, just clinching away at this. Hayabusa as well, such a showman coming up here showing his skills, and that's available. So once again, let's just recap what happened today and which are the 3 teams that will move forward.
At first, it was Mystic Burden against MYA, where Mystic Burden won against MYA 2-1. They are the first team that qualifies towards into MPL. Second match, Team Science against AoD. An easy clean sweep, 2-0 in favor of Team Science. And lastly, today, just now, MYA against AoD. AoD, no chance at all. MYA will be the 3rd team qualifying for MPL.
Right, so we have the 3 teams that have qualified, but for those of you all who had joined us last minute, or what is MPL, Matt?
Well, MPL is a tournament brought to you by Astro, EGG Network, as well as Moontune, to freshen up the eSports scene, specifically in mobile games. FYI, MPL is the first professional big-scale tournament held for a mobile game. Prize pool.
It's also a league format where the teams that are qualified from this round here will go up week after week against the other teams that have qualified as well, and they would be the ones coming up for the 100,000 USD prize pool.
And that's all from me, at Matt, and
from Sudo as well. We'll see you next week with more action. Thank you guys for being such good audience, and thank you all for our sponsors as well.
Yeah, alright. See you guys next week. Bye bye.
我很高兴，我可以为自己的国家创造历史。然而，机会是自己争取的。想要打造自己的梦想，就来展示你的本事。你的传说由你自己来写。所以你还在等什么？就爆烂你 sister， 应该雷震度 other S。在世界最高舞台得到的荣誉，是我和队友们经过一番努力制造出来的。